Hi y'all, good morning. It's Gigi from Gigi's Wig Wall. Thank you for letting me come into your home again today. I've been out a little bit, been getting things ready. We're about to leave for a trip and been watching the Murdaugh trial. Oh my. That's been something. Anyway, so, yep, it's Gigi's Wig Wall. The wig wall has arrived. Next show I do, the wall will be up. I just gotta do a little work and put it together and get Roy to help me. So we're gonna leave on a little jaunt, and then we'll be back. And after that, then I'll have the wig wall up, and you can see them all hanging there. But today we're going to do something a little different. Before I get into that, let me ask you this. Please subscribe. Please like. If you will at least like, if you don't subscribe, I don't know why you wouldn't. If you would at least subscribe, like, it gets the algorithm in the YouTube algorithm, the way it runs. It puts it in more frequently, brings it up to the top for others to see. So please, at least like. And by liking, then we can get me out there more and more, and hopefully I'll get other subscribers. So thank you so much if you would subscribe. Okay, so what we're going to do here. Nope, don't want to do that, do I? So what we're going to do today, something different. We're going to do makeup today. It's going to be, I'm going to show you what I do for my makeup. I'm going to cut you on and off because some of it is takes a long time and is boring. I'm going to try to take you through the good things quickly so we're just not here all day. So I've put together my whole little agenda to make sure that I cover everything for you guys. It's sometimes I don't do it perfectly this way, but overall I do. So I want to take you through how I do it. So first thing to take note, I'm already in my dress for the day. I would not normally do that. I would have my hair wrapped up like you see, up in a towel, and I would have on my pajamas. And so I decided for this video, maybe I shouldn't do that. So you can see that I'm already in my outfit and we're getting ready to go today. So first thing I do is I do my, I actually do this first thing I do, which this is microplaning. You can get these off of Amazon, just write in microplaners. And I microplane my face all over. It gets all those little fine hairs off, keeps them down. This sometimes is a little bit of a pain in the neck to do, but it will also make your makeup go on smoother. So remember that microplaning is really actually, it doesn't do anything like make your hair, I'm not going to turn into an 8 with hair all over my face. It does not do that. That's kind of like a myth, but it will smooth out your skin. So do your microplaning first, okay? You don't have to do it every day, but probably once a week wouldn't hurt, all right? You can even do it right underneath your eyebrows, keeps that nice and clean. And as we age, our eyebrows get thinner and thinner. They used to be a lot thicker, like our hair was a lot thicker. So be careful when you're up around there. You don't want to lose any extra hairs. So microplane. Then next, I already have my foundation on for you because I want to cut through some of the time-consuming task. I use Lancome for my foundation, and actually I've just changed from the more matte finish to a more dewy finish and more moisture in it, and it's called the Care and Glow option, and it's Tint Idle Ultra Wear. It's 24 hours. I love it. I've been using Lancome for years and years. It actually is the little sister to Chanel, which is a wonderful, great product. We don't have Chanel in town, So I go with Lancome. I would have to order it, but I just picked this up. Actually, we have a Sephora now in our Kohl's, which makes it really easy. So I do that first. Next, I would do my bronzer. All right, so let me bring out. Now, all of my brushes are clean. I want you to notice they look worn, but my brushes are all clean. I just washed them yesterday in anticipation of the show. So remember that. They're all clean. They just have makeup left over. As far as the look, they've gotten stained. So next I take my bronzer, which this is a Lancome also. This is Star Bronzer, Solaire. That's the color, 02 Solaire. Okay, so it's Star Bronzer. I'm just going to reenact what I would do. I would do right here, you see I would start at the top of my ear, and I would come down to about the corner of my eye, all right? And I do a bronzer in that area. Then I come up on the side, I hit the hollow of my eye. I come to the top here, and I go across with the bronzer at the top of my forehead. Now, essentially what you're doing is contouring. The bronzer helps give you just depth of color, and also it's going to leave light areas. We want light areas that the light picks up and creates glow. So you'll see that I'm doing, and then this just makes you more dimensional. I hit the hollow of the eye here, from the top of the ear down to the edge of the eye on a diagonal. I do there, and then I do my chin, and I do my, what is it? Who had that? Cary Grant had that? Who has the little dimple in the chin? I do that. I have a small one. I go from the ear down to that. You see the jowls that we're getting as we age. I go straight over that for a good line for my jawline. Go right over that. Also, same over here from my ear, the bottom lobe of my ear, down to my jaw. I go straight across that, and then underneath on my neck, underneath my chin, and on my neck, I go underneath there. That gives it darkness. It gives you more of a chin line. And heavens knows I need a chin line. So that's what it gives you there. And you go down. Some people go down a little further. I don't do that. I just do it right up underneath the chin. Pulls it back because it's dark. So that's one of the concepts to realize. The darkness pulls it back. The light, something light brings it forward. That's that. Then the next I would do would be my blush. Now this is a Clinique brush, Clinique blush, and it's the Black Honey Pop. Right now the Black Honey is very, very popular in eye makeup, eyeshadows, in the blush. I really do like it. Look at that color. That color's a pretty color. I don't know if you can see it there. Maybe you can see it there. But it's called Black Honey Pop. So I would tap on my brush, and then where I'm going to hit, it's going to be like in the hollow below my cheekbone. So I'm going to hit there, okay? And give it just in that hollow. I go a little forward. I noticed a lot of women go a little higher. I don't. I go a little forward for mine. It's in the hollow, and maybe I'll brush up toward my hairline, hollow up toward my hairline. And that would be my blush. Okay? All right. Now, at that point, I take my good old blending brush that I have. These are great. This is a Bare Minerals one. I got this. I began using these years ago when I was trying to use Bare Minerals, which gives you absolutely no coverage if you're our age. But I loved the brush. And I would go over and just kind of do a blend of everything. Not too hard because you're going to do it again. But I kind of brush down the edges. You want to blend those edges so it's not so, you're not seeing the lines, you're blending it together. Now, I will tell you, the people that do makeup literally just go over and over and over. I've been watching these girls out there on YouTube, and they really spend time with the brush. I'm kind of scared to do that. I feel like I'm going to rub everything off. So know that I am not an expert. I'm just someone who gets up and goes to the grocery store and then has to go to the office and maybe has to drive over to my account. But I mean, I'm not a makeup expert, but I try to follow them. I try to follow their techniques. I try to listen to the reasons why they do them. And they really spend a lot of time with their brush. So they're the artist. I can't quite do that. But if you do, watch some videos and you'll learn from them how to blend. Okay. So then next, I've got that all done. Now I'm going to my eyebrows. All right, so those of you that don't do your eyebrows, listen, the eyebrows are the framing of your face. It frames your face. It's just like if I have a picture and it's really pretty as a picture, but if I put the frame around it, it's much more dramatic, right? So your eyebrows are very important. Don't forget them. For years, I did not do anything with them until one day I did and was like, what in the world? Why didn't I do this all along? So let me show you what my technique is. It's a little different here than what it used to be, but that's from me watching the Angela Bright. She's on YouTube, and I love how she does her makeup. She's young, of course, so you have to consider what we need to do for older ladies. She got me into using what is called the brow glue, all right? Now, I'm just going to do one eye for you and then stop and do my other eye and come back, all right? So, if you see me breaking this up, you'll understand that I'm trying to give you back some time. So, here's the brow glue. It's just a little brush. I love this little brush. I have it in dark brown, and I brush up. You know, I've got that in front of you, sorry. I brush up my hairs on my brow, and I use the end of it to come down. Actually, I'm almost adding a little bit of brow to eyebrows, but you know, my eyebrow hairs are very, very light, so I'm tinting them. This has a tint in it, but it's also a glue. So I'm brushing up the hairs. Don't worry about brushing them. Let me bring me in a little bit. There. Don't worry about them standing up. They will settle down, promise. Now this just gives it a nice smooth, kind of defined look, not smooth, a defined look. I'm shaping it with that brow glue, okay? Give that a minute to dry, second to dry. And then I'm gonna pull out 2 of my eyebrows pencils. All right, so let me tell you about this one. This is just Revlon Color Stay. It's, you know, go to Target and you can pick that up. It's the one that has the thin pencil. And then it has a spoolie on the other end. I also have this Brow Pop, and it makes more defined lines. You can see it's slanted, and I can make more defined lines. So I use this for more of a drawing, and I use this for the individual hairs in the eyebrow to give it the individual looks. So you'll see. I'm gonna have to use this a little bit because I'm a little bit blind. So you can see I will draw. I start at the bottom of my eyebrow, and I essentially draw a straight line, giving the definition, giving definition to that eyebrow. You can see I go to the edge of where the hairs are, I don't want to make that too dark. I follow the eyebrow line up and then down. I follow naturally my eyebrow line. I don't know that I would do anything else. If you don't have eyebrows, I guess I would go and get, I would pursue getting them tattooed. I've seen some really, really beautiful ones, so I don't know why you wouldn't. They make them look so real. So that's what I do first, okay? Then I come to the top of it, and I kind of do that same move, but I do it around the arch and then down to the tail. So I'm defining that tail. So there's the arch, and then I go down to the tail. All right, there we go. Now, I don't use the spoolie on it yet, but I'm going to. So then I go to my brow pop with its little individual lines, and I'm going to make little individual hair lines in this. You notice I'm staying away from this end of my eyebrows. I'll get to it, but you don't want that to be too heavy, because then that's when it looks like, oh man, you just drew your eyebrows on. You want this to look like it slowly moves into your eyebrow itself. You know, it's a graduated look. So, little hairs, making little hairs. You can see the strokes I'm doing. I'm like doing fine little strokes that create a hair look. Then I come down to the edge, the front of the eyebrow, and I do just a few. Okay. Now, I need to do some more. Now let me reassure you, if you feel like you're doing it too dark, it's like your eyebrows are going to be too dark, there's a trick to toning them down that I use. Oh, now I take the spoolie and I start at the beginning and I begin to brush up, blending those lines, but still going along the same plane that I did when I drew the hair, individual hairs from the brow pop. And I just brush it that way. And then that removes any standing lines. I need to get a tissue. Any lines that are in there, I want to blend them so they're not too individually. Also, I want to go along that top, make sure I smooth out and blend in that line a little bit that is along the top. I see I need more hairs here, so I gotta draw them in. I like my eyebrows a little thicker than what my eyebrows have come down to. You know, people say, well, it was from over plucking. Mine was not. I did not spend a lot of time plucking my eyebrows. I still don't. My hairs on my eyebrows are very, very faint and light. So they never were much of a problem. I do kind of use the microplane around the edge of them so that it has a smoother and easier, a smoother look. So when I'm doing makeup, okay, there's my eyebrow. Say I felt like this was too dark. I would take my makeup brush and I would go over the top of it like that, and with just a little, like really my leftover makeup in it on the top, and it'll calm it down. But that's what I would do for, to lighten it up if I felt like it was too dark. I could do that a little bit here. You can see I'm kind of just blunting the color. Now, this is to remember about your eyebrows. They are sisters. They are not twins. They are sisters. So they're going to look alike, but they're not going to be exactly alike. So I'm going to put you on pause, and I'm going to do my other eyebrow and come back, and then we'll do one eye, and now let's save some time. I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I'm back. All right, you see my eyebrows. They are sisters. They are not twins. All right, now I'm going to start on my eyeshadow. All right, so first thing that I need to do is I need to set my eyes. And that means putting a, you know, it's called e.l.f. Hydrating Cameo Concealer. I don't spend a lot of money on things like this. Things I spend money on are going to be my base, my blush, my bronzer, my eyeshadows themselves, and the real concealer that I use to finish my face, which is Lancome's. And I get it in a little lighter color so that you'll see that where I'll put it, because then it'll catch the light and give your face a bright look. So this is just e.l.f. To set my eyes, and it truly is to give like texture and layer to your eyeshadow, make it hold. You're not putting it just on skin or a blank slate. You're putting it on something. It's almost like thinking of painting, and this is your primer, so you're really priming your eyes. All right, so I'm gonna put some on, and then I'll show you what I do. I'm not perfect on this at all. I'm just really putting the substance on the eye, the concealer on the eye. That's what I'm doing. All right. Then, you see I'm kind of blinking it up. I want it to be up because when I do, I have hooded eyes, and I'm going to show how I do my crease, and then make sure that you see that color and I don't look so hooded. Another thing I am is my eyes kind of come down here. Can be, can make you look older with the hooded, and so my goal is to pull my eyes up and to take away from the hooded. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead using my concealer, my brush that I use for concealer. It's clean, just been washed, it's just been worked out a lot. And I take this all the way up to my eyebrow. I don't go underneath my eye with it. That's another different concealer. Sorry, I forget. I need to make sure y'all can see this. I'm kind of working out of the corner of my eye. Okay. That supports that line underneath your eyebrow. And then, some people use these to set it, these little buffs. I like them. It kind of sets it. Sets the eye. Or others use like a powder here, a setting powder. This is e.l.f. It's cheap. Amazon, Target, anybody, anywhere. It's a setting powder. And I take it. It's pretty light. I have a contour brush. See, it's kind of contour at the end. And I'm not a person that's like, oh, I have the best brushes. If anybody wants to tell me about what's the best brush to use, please let me know. I pick up brushes here and there as I need them. I probably buy mostly Sephora, but this one is a Sonia Kashuk. But I'm usually looking for a specific shape, and that makes me pick it up. Some people use the powder like this to set it, which I think that does a better job. Set my eyes. Now, I'm going to do one eye for you from beginning to end, and then I'll go offline and do the other, but I'm going to take you through the eyeshadow, the eyeliner, the mascara, and the contouring of it. So first thing I do is I get out my eyeshadow. I'm all set. I'm ready to apply. I've got 2 of them going on right now. I've got all kinds of palettes, to be honest. I have Better Than Chocolate. I got that at Christmas because I was buying everybody else one, and so then I had to have one myself. This one's a little dusty. Born This Way, the Natural Nudes by Too Faced. But what I tend to wear a lot of is this Black Cherry from Clinique. The best of Black Honey, not Black Cherry, Black Honey. So it's like what I used on my, it goes with that whole collection of what I used with the blush on my face. This is the palette, you can see. Let me wipe off that mirror. Keeping your makeup looking nice is a challenge in itself. These are nice colors. I always love pink. It has plum in it as well. So I like this. I also use this Naked Urban Decay one. It is called, what's the title of this one? Well, they've written it so small you can't find it. Oh, it's on the front. Urban Decay Naked. I don't know. But this is the palette inside. If I can get it open. I love these colors. A lot of nudes, naturals. And I'll use that in conjunction with my Black Honey. So first off, I'm going to go and I'm going to hit that crease. And I have to go higher with that crease because I have hooded eyes. Hooded, let me just do my eye regular. You see it covers my eyelid. So you can barely see what I have on my eyelid. So the goal is to work above that some, so it gives it a look of being able to actually having an eyelid with eyeshadows. You know, one day I will go get these done. I mean, they'll continue to come down as we age, and it will begin to impede my sight. This one is not as bad as this one, but I probably sleep on this side and it makes it come down more. But I will eventually get these lifted just for the fact that it will begin to impede my vision. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this color on right here. It's kind of like a flannel color. Actually, it's called dark shade from Ivory Bisque Bronze Satin Duo. No, that's not. That's, well, yeah, I guess it is. That's the name. So, it's kind of like flannel to me. I think it's a flannel color according to the other ones I've used. They tend to call this flannel. This is an everyday look. This is not a dramatic look that I'm going out for the evening. If we want to do a dramatic look, I'll do that at another one. This is everyday. So you can see I'm really essentially above the crease. I'm not in the crease. You see, there's the crease. I'm above it, but I'm doing a light color, all right? You don't want it every day. And I know some of you girls and guys don't even do this every day. This may be too much for you. But if you work in an office, you head into the office, this is about the right color to have for your crease. I'll tell you another little trick if you want to save money and not buy eyeshadows. You could do your bronzer in that same spot and it comes out to be very pretty. It usually works very nicely. And some days I do that. So, but for this, I'm using this color, and that is so crazy. I don't think it's called that. But anyway, there it is. That's the color. So, now I also go and do the edge, actually almost to the middle of my eye with this same color, okay? And then I'm doing what they call a halo look. You could do it in the center of your eye with the lighter contrast, or you can do from the center to the edge of your eye, down towards your nose, right by your nose, the bridge of your nose. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the lighter color in there. I love the pinks, a lot of them. I'm going to take a flat brush. See this? It's like a flat brush. I don't know if you can see. It's flat. I wet it. Get nice and wet. And then I go to my nudes. And I'm going to pick up these two colors, the two lighter ones, which those are called, oh yeah, nothing there. Oh, here. One's called Sin, and the other one's called Unlucky. Well, heavens, I don't want to do that. Bad habit, boring, twisted. I never looked at these. Well, anyway, I guess I'm going to have a little Sin on me right now. And I kind of go back and forth with them. I build my own color. And then you do a pat. You pat it on. You're trying to build it. It's not just a one-time swoop. It's a build. The wetness makes it apply better. Also, having that concealer that sets your eyes makes it apply better. Holds it on. Okay, there you go. There's my eye. Not too much. Well, a lot of this, but not too much. The color isn't too much, but you have that light contrast that stands out. Okay. I love that. All right. And then I'm moving you pretty quickly through. I'm going to take my blender. I have one that's a little blender, a little brush. And I'm going to blend in the center there, just where the two colors come together. I don't want there to be a line, so I'm going to do that. I also am coming up here around the edges, and I'm blending those. You don't want to have a line, you want to blend it in. Now this is where the makeup artists blend for like a day. I mean, they're just blending and blending and blending. So I'm going to blend a little bit. Blend here. Okay. All right, now I'm going to do my eyeliner. My eyeliner needs to be all this work that I did to make sure my hooded eye looks like it has eye makeup on, eyeshadow on. You don't want to have a big line. You want to have a very thin line. So I get Lancome's, this is called, this is the Tint Idol as well, Ultra Precise Waterproof Liner. You can get it at any Lancome counter, or you can get it at Sephora. You can't get it at like Target or those places. You got to go to a makeup place. So I start down in the corner of my eye. I'll try to show you. Very thin line. Along the edge. I take little small strokes. Okay, there's my eyeliner. Now, there's a little trick with this eyeliner because you can see the mistakes in the eyeliner when it's liquid. So what I do, and I learned this from Angela Bright, is I take my little eyeliner brush, dip it in one of my darker colors, which this is really just a dark plum. It's black honey, actually. I put it on the end of it, and then I go over the top of it, of the eyeliner. And it's like, love covers a multitude of sins. This covers a multitude of errors. And just sets it in. Okay? All right, very good. You're going to get stuff on your eyes and you're going to have to clean it up with concealer. That's normal. Now, I'm going to also use this eyeliner to do my liner underneath my eyes. Some girls put all kinds of multiple colors. building up the colors. I'm going to keep it simple here because I just don't think that me going down to the grocery store requires multiple colors. So I'm going to go back into my black honey group, but I'm not going to go as dark. I'm going to go with this brown that's in the center. Let's see if it has a name that's not crazy. Dark shade from Day into Date Duo. Wow, I'm not sure. But this is great. You can get it at Ulta. I don't know if you, I think you can get it from Sephora too. Doing the brown, knocking off the excess, going underneath. When I stopped having to do like a liner under my eyes and started doing like a powder, my liner got so much better. Don't do like a liquid liner under there. I mean, some of you may like that, but once you start doing this, you're like, it's not like spreading on you all day long underneath your eyes and you're fighting with it. I used to have to fight with that all the time. Then I went to gel. Okay, now you see what I'm doing right here on the edge? I'm winging this out. I'm winging it up. I'm intending to do it that way. It's a little thick. I'll thin it up in a minute. But I'm intending to actually point it to the tip of my eyebrow. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay? Now, all right. I'm going to calm that down a little bit. It's not going to be as dark once I do my concealer. But right now, let's get into my mascara. I've dropped it. Let me pick it up. All right, mascara. I use, you know, this is the good old basic. Everybody loved this mascara. And I can really say I can go back to that any day. It's a good one. I don't care what anybody says. I've tried every one of the others. They flake. They do all the same kind of things that everything does, but this one doesn't. But because I like a thicker eyelash look, I use the next one. It's called the Maybelline. It's also Maybelline. It's the Falsy Lash Lift. One thing I do to make my eyelashes longer is I do Latisse, which any of you can get from your doctor. Your doctor will write your prescription for it, and your pharmacist will find you a coupon for it, and it won't be that expensive. But I use this one, and I'll tell you why. The brush is thick at the end, and that's perfect for your lashes on the bottom. All right, and you'll see what I mean. So on the top, I'm going to begin doing my eyelashes, but what I'm doing, you will see when I'm doing my eyelashes, is I'm doing an upward movement that I am lifting my eyelash. I'm almost kind of curling it. Now, those of you that do an eyelash curler and you're very successful at it, I think that's wonderful. I've never been successful at doing that. My sister would always have the most perfectly curled eyelashes, and I just couldn't do it. So the way I curl them is on my face with my wand, my mascara wand. Now, the trick to good mascara, well, there's multiple tricks, but is multiple coats. You're not going to put on one coat. If you want to have dramatic eyelashes, you're going to have to put on about 3 coats. So that's the one for the top. Now, how do I keep from getting it smudged up on the bottom? You will, as you do makeup, you will smudge, and you will have to do corrector. That's just how it is. You can't get away from it. But what I will do here is I will squint. And when I squint, it brings my eyelashes further away from my face. I use the big end of that wand to really seed my eyelashes on the bottom with mascara. I don't want to leave them. I'm going across them. See, so I'm putting mascara essentially on them. I'm kind of almost scrubbing it on them. And then I come across with the downward motion, squinting. Okay? I'm going to do one more coat for you here, Then I'm gonna stop, do the other eye, and then we'll come back and we'll clean up the edges, cut down a little bit on the eyeliner underneath. So one more coat for you to see how I do it. And then squinting, curling up here. I need to start putting a little bit of Latisse on my eyelash. I can see. You don't use it, those lashes will go away. I'm sorry if I'm covering it up. This is my first makeup tutorial, so I'm really a newbie to this. There's a few little mascara dots underneath my eyes. You leave them, let them dry. We'll clean them up on the other end. Okay, now I'll let that dry. I'm gonna go do the other eye, and I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. I'm back. Okay, so remember, these are sisters. They are not twins. I finished up the other eye, but I'm going to go around and actually I'm going to use my concealer, which is this. It's Lancome, and this one's the 110 Ivory. It's a little lighter colored. I like this. And I'm going to put that on my concealer brush. I just put a little, I know they put a little on a little palette and do it like this. It's me at the house. I'm just doing it this way. So I'll go under the eye, wiping off that mascara that we had some little drops. I get to the corner of the eye, and then I sweep upwards, taking down that little tail toward the eyebrow. I'm thinning down the eyeshadow under the eyeliner underneath the eye, so it's more for, you know, a day wear. Okay. Then I'm going to go over and do it on the other eye as well. Same thing. You know, you need this concealer. I'm going to use more of it. Same thing, same movement. Thinning the line of the eyeliner. Making the wing move up toward my eyebrow. This takes away from my eye being down. It makes it look like it's up, okay? Makes you look brighter, more awake, younger. When your eyes are going down, which mine naturally do, I have to fight that. So I do that. Give it a little concealer. Let me show you where all I'm going to do my concealer at. I could do concealer down my nose. Go across here. Your fingers are great little blenders. You just have to make sure afterwards you wash them because they'll get all over everything. You can also use this. This is a great blender. Why don't I do that now? Do that. Okay. And then I kind of go all over my face on certain spots. I come down, I'm creating more of that line, that contour line with this little buffer. I'm contouring my face. And then I add a little bit up here. And blend it in. It's going to give you more of that light. The light's going to catch that. Then I pick up, like in the corner of your eye, you could use like a frosty eyeshadow, one with the frost in it. You could actually take this. No. Take this little one, put it in the corner of your eye if you want. That's more of a nighttime. I don't do that much during the day. I'm cautious with that, but this is off of Amazon. It's Aesthetica Starlight highlighter. Yeah, I don't spend money on this stuff. I don't spend a lot of money. It's certain things I do. That's one of those. I don't need it to spend a lot of money. But the way I may do is I'll go back to the, actually I'm going to go back to the naked. And I'm going to use this one, the white one at the end. And I will use that little brush and just put a little powder. Put it on my nose. So you do the hollow and the cheekbones. Do a little bit here. I go along the eyebrow a little bit. Top. I do a little bit over the Cupid's bow on my lip. And then underneath on my lip right there, you want to bring, you're bringing, where you're putting this, you're bringing attention to it. So it just, you know, the light will hit it and it'll bring it forward. It'll look good. Then I do my Bare Minerals, go over that, all over my little blender. I'm cautious about this. I always think I'm going to ruin my work. So I do a light touch. It doesn't look like the girls do a light touch at all. It looks like they do a heavy touch. I mean, super-duper heavy. So I'm wearing pink today, so let me get my lipsticks here. I've got tons of lipsticks, so I gotta go through them. I should have had these over here. Actually, I have a nice Mary Kay pink that my daughter-in-law got me. Look at this. It's so pretty. I'm going to put her contact down in the description so y'all can just go online and get stuff from her. And this is called, hold on, I'm going to tell you, wow, that is really little. I'm going to have to blow it up. Oh, no, Very Raspberry. I can't believe boy, those contact lenses I have on really work. Okay, so I always line my lips. Always have. And this is a good old Wet n Wild. And you could spend money on these. You probably should. I'm very bad about it. I don't. This is from Wet n Wild. It's a gel lip liner. I like it's a gel lip liner because it seems like it stops with the lines. You know, we get those lines around our lips. I have a booger, do I? Around your lips, okay? And it doesn't let it leak through because it's kind of extra waxy. I spread that all over my lips. I use this satin lips. I just wear it around on my lips. It makes my lips really, really creamy. So when I put lipstick on it, it really spreads nicely. This is also by Mary Kay, Satin Lips. You know how you get those little flakes on your lips? You don't get them. Okay. Then, I'm telling you, these Mary Kay lipsticks, you know how you can begin to get like, they'll have like little clumps that get on your lips and stuff after you've been wearing your lipstick a while. This does not happen. So this is very berry. Now I find sometimes it just needs a little outlining. Around that Cupid's bow. It seems like our lips are losing their edge, so to speak. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to turn you off. I'm going to get completely dressed, and then I'm going to come back for the camera. Okay? I'll be right back. Hi, y'all. Here I am back, dressed, ready to go. Now, I'm a little dressy, I think, but I've got 2 meetings I need to be in today. Pretty high-profile meetings. And then I have some other meetings around town. So I wanted to look nice and chic and ready to go, but yet, you know, can pop into the grocery store if I need to get food, which I do. So thank y'all for letting me come into your home today. I hope you enjoyed this. This is what I call my everyday look. I can run around in. I also can run around in a ball cap and sunglasses and hope you don't recognize me. But this is when I put my clothes on and want to look nice and got a meeting that I've got to be involved in. So that's what I do. I'll show you more dramatic, like if I'm getting dressed up to go somewhere. I really wanted to do it through the holidays, but it just seemed like I was just busy with, you know, wrapping presents and trying to get the holidays done. But this is how I look. I'll show you dramatic in the future. I hope this helped. If you wanted more information, just reach out to me on YouTube. Remember, I want to be a YouTube paid partner. Please help me in doing this. Oh my goodness, this was an hour long. Way too long. Okay. No, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. Okay. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for letting me and Rip and I come into your home. Gigi's Wig Wall signing out. Bye-bye, y'all.